Let's be honest, no one loves economy. The cramped seats, crying babies, that stiff neck you get trying to nap upright. It's survival mode, not travel luxury. And yet, every time you board, you walk past those lucky few in first or business class, stretching out, sipping something bubbly, and looking way too comfortable. Ever wonder how they got up there? Spoiler alert, most didn't pay full price. What if I told you there are real ways, some official, some a bit under the radar, to score that golden ticket to a better seat without spending a fortune? Yep, flight upgrades aren't just for the rich and famous. With the right moves, timing, and a few clever strategies, you could be sipping that welcome drink next time instead of begging for an armrest. In this video, I'm revealing 9 little-known hacks to get yourself out of economy and into the good life for free. So if you're tired of flying like luggage, stick around. Tap that like button, hit subscribe for more savvy travel tips, and grab your boarding pass. Because today, we're leveling up your flying game. Let's take off. Let me fly off peak. Empty planes mean upgrade gains. If you really want to improve your chances of scoring a free upgrade, timing is everything. One of the most overlooked yet powerful hacks is flying when no one else wants to. That means booking your flights during off-peak hours and on off-peak days. We're talking early mornings, midweek departures, especially Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, or late-night red-eyes. These flights tend to be less crowded, and that means one magical thing: empty seats up front. When cabins aren't full, airlines have more wiggle room. Gate agents might need to move people for weight distribution, crew comfort, or even goodwill. And who do they move first? Usually someone polite, well-dressed, and already checked in early. We'll talk about that too. That could be you. Business travelers who usually gobble up those upgrades typically fly during high traffic hours like Monday mornings and Sunday evenings, so skip those windows and fly during holidays or odd hours. According to travel insiders, major holidays like Thanksgiving Day or Christmas morning often have tons of empty seats because fewer people want to travel then. If you're flexible, that empty plane could be your ticket out of cabin class. Even cabin crew mood matters. Fewer passengers mean less stress, which often makes gate and onboard staff more accommodating to upgrade requests. They're more likely to say yes when they're not juggling a crowd of 300. So, if you're game for a 6:00 a.m. Wednesday flight, you just might find yourself stretching out in seat 1A instead of fighting for armrest space in row 32. 8. Dress the part. Look like you belong in first class. Want to be taken seriously for an upgrade? Then it's time to leave the sweatpants and your checked baggage. Believe it or not, how you dress plays a surprisingly big role in whether or not you'll get bumped up to the good life. Airlines might not say it openly. They absolutely judge a book by its cover. You don't have to roll in wearing a 3-piece suit, but you do need to look like you belong in first class. Flight attendants and gate agents are trained to maintain the airline's image, especially in premium cabins. If there's an open seat and you're one of the candidates for an upgrade, your appearance could be the tiebreaker. If you show up in flip-flops and a hoodie, your chances pretty much zero. Instead, opt for smart business casual. Think collared shirt or blouse, dark jeans or slacks, maybe even a clean blazer. You're aiming for "I just stepped out of a business lounge," not "I just rolled out of bed." One British Airways insider even confirmed that neatly dressed passengers are more likely to be considered for upgrades than those who look like they're dressed for a beach trip. Need proof? Travel blogger Shelby Church and others have shared stories where dressing nicely led to unexpected seat upgrades, especially on international flights. It's all about blending in with the people who actually paid for those luxury seats. And hey, even if you don't get the upgrade, you'll look and feel more confident while traveling. Plus, first impressions matter when you're dealing with crew and agents who can make magic happen. Dress for the seat you want, not the one you paid for. 7. Be early. First at the gate gets first pick. You've heard the phrase, "the early bird gets the worm," right? Well, when it comes to flight upgrades, the early bird might just get a seat in first class. One of the simplest yet most overlooked strategies is just showing up early, really early, and politely asking the gate agent if there are any unsold premium seats. Here's how it works. When flights are about to board, the gate agent has a small window to reshuffle seating. Maybe they need to reassign seats for balance, accommodate a family with a baby, or deal with no-shows. If there's an open spot in business or first class and you're the first to ask, your name might just go at the top of their unofficial upgrade watch list. According to former flight attendants like Kat Kamalani, the gate, not the onboard crew, is where upgrades happen. Once you're on the plane, the chances of moving up front are next to zero. Gate agents have the power, but they're more likely to use it before the boarding chaos begins. So avoid the last-minute dash and give yourself plenty of buffer time. Try something like, "Hi, I was just wondering if there are any unsold business class seats today. Totally understand if not, but figured I'd ask." Friendly tone, big smile, and a calm approach go a long way. One frequent flyer shared how he and his wife arrived 10 hours early for a long-haul international flight and ended up in first class, simply because they asked before anyone else did. No loyalty status, no sneaky trick, just timing, charm, and a little travel boldness. And remember, even if they say no, you haven't lost anything. But if they say yes, you've just scored the biggest travel win, for free. 6. The last-minute gambit. When running late might just launch you into first class. All right, this one's not for the faint of heart, but if you like to live on the edge, the last-minute check-in trick could actually score you that elusive upgrade. Yep, sometimes being late, strategically late, can pay off big. Here's how it works. If you check in close to departure time and the economy cabin is overbooked, but there are still a few unsold seats in business or first class, the airline might be forced to bump you up. Not because they want to, but because it's literally the only option left. This hack works best during peak travel periods. Think holidays, long weekends, or busy Monday morning routes. That's when flights are jam-packed and airlines overbook on purpose, assuming some no-shows. But when everyone does show up and economy is filled to the brim, they need to start shifting people. And the easiest solution might be slipping someone into business class. Enter you, standing there with a smile and no assigned seat. Travel insiders from Skyscanner and even some frequent flyers have reported that this risky move has paid off, more than once. But here's the warning label. It's high risk, high reward. If you cut it too close, you could miss the check-in cutoff entirely, or worse, get stuck without a seat at all and be rebooked on a later flight. And don't even think about checking a bag if you try this. You'll want full control of your movement in case things go south. Or north to first class. It's a dice roll. Sometimes you hit the jackpot, other times you're watching your flight disappear through the glass. Only attempt this if your schedule is flexible, you're cool under pressure, and you're willing to risk a little chaos for the chance of reclining at the front of the plane. 5. The power of politeness. Charm your way to the front. You don't need airline status, insider connections, or even a fancy wardrobe to get an upgrade sometimes. All you really need? Kindness. Yes, it sounds simple, but being polite might be one of the most underrated travel upgrade secrets of all. Think about it. Airline staff deal with stressed, grumpy, and downright rude passengers all day long. So when someone smiles, says please and thank you, or even just makes friendly small talk, it stands out like a ray of sunshine in a crowded terminal. That's powerful. Veteran flight attendants like Kat Kamalani and Leah Ocampo have both confirmed it. When last-minute upgrades are needed, crew often favor the passengers who've been pleasant, respectful, and patient from the start. And you don't have to bend over backward. It could be as simple as using their name when you thank them, which you can spot on their badge, helping another passenger with their bag, or offering a kind word during boarding. Want to really stand out? Some savvy travelers bring small thank you gifts, like a chocolate bar, travel-sized lotion, or even a Starbucks gift card, as a token of appreciation. It's not a bribe, it's a thoughtful gesture. And while it doesn't guarantee anything, you're planting a seed that just might bloom into a first-class seat. One Skyscanner employee told a story of being quietly moved to business class simply because he gave up his seat to help another family sit together. No request, no begging, just good behavior rewarded behind the scenes. At the very least, you'll be remembered in a positive light. At best, you're sipping a complimentary drink with a blanket over your lap while the rest of economy is still boarding. So next time you fly, try the easiest upgrade method of all. Just be genuinely nice. It might take you further than your ticket ever could. 4. Special occasion magic. Let your story soar. Here's a feel-good hack that costs you nothing but can earn you everything. Speak up if you're celebrating something special. Birthdays, honeymoons, anniversaries, graduations. These milestones don't just belong on Instagram. Bring them to the gate. Casually sharing your story with airline staff can sometimes unlock perks that turn a basic flight into an unforgettable experience. Flight attendants and gate agents are human, and many of them love being part of someone's celebration. When you're checking in, boarding, or even settling into your seat, drop it into conversation. We're off to celebrate our honeymoon, or it's my 60th birthday today, can't believe I'm spending it in the air. Don't ask for anything, don't expect anything, just say it with a smile. Airlines don't have an official policy for celebration upgrades, but when there's space available, crew have the discretion to surprise passengers. That could mean a bump to business class, a complimentary drink, a handwritten note, or even a round of applause mid-flight. And hey, if business class is full, they might still move you to an exit row or bulkhead for extra legroom. This tactic also works for certain situations that aren't necessarily festive. Are you tall, pregnant, or traveling with a baby? Mention it nicely and you might be quietly moved to a more comfortable seat just to make your journey easier. The secret here is sincerity. No begging, no sob stories, just real life shared with kindness. Even if nothing happens, you'll be remembered for being a joy to deal with, and in the world of airline travel, that's a reputation that travels fast. Bottom line, let your occasion fly higher than economy. Give staff a chance to make your day even better. You never know who's listening or what seat they might have waiting for you. 3. Join the club. Points, miles, and plastic power. If you want to play the upgrade game long term, you've got to get into the loyalty system. Frequent flyer programs aren't just for road warriors. They're for anyone who wants to level up their travel without leveling up their costs. And the good news, signing up is free, fast, and incredibly effective. Just being a member of an airline's loyalty program can move you above non-members when seats are being shuffled. But the real magic happens when you combine that membership with a co-branded airline credit card. These cards are your secret weapon. They help you earn miles faster, and many offer automatic perks like early boarding, free checked bags, or the Alaska Airlines Visa, in which gives out annual upgrade certificates to loyal members. Southwest's Priority Card includes upgraded boarding passes as a built-in feature. General travel cards like the Chase Sapphire Preferred R or Capital One Venture are for their own twist on the upgrade game. You can redeem their points to cover the cost of upgrading a paid economy seat to business class, or reimburse yourself through travel credits. And if you're not using points and miles to your advantage, you're missing the easiest, most reliable route to that coveted champagne seat. 2. Give up to move up. Volunteer for an oversell upgrade. Now this one's clever, and seasoned travelers swear by it. You've probably heard that airlines often oversell flights, right? They bank on a few people missing their connection or showing up late. But when everyone turns up, the airline suddenly has too many passengers and not enough seats. That's your golden moment. When gate agents ask for volunteers to give up their seat, most people jump for the travel voucher. But you're going to go one step further and negotiate for an upgrade on the next flight. That's right, use the situation to your advantage and say, I'm happy to volunteer, but is there any chance I can be rebooked in business class on the next flight? Boom. This works best when the next flight has premium seats available, but coach is still overbooked. You've just helped solve the airline's problem, and they'll often reward you for your flexibility, especially if you're polite, calm, and clear about your request. Some travelers have scored major wins with this trick. One man reportedly landed a $500 0-cents voucher plus a first-class seat for giving up his seat and waiting just 75 minutes. Not bad for a delay that most people dread. Pro tip, always ask if they can throw in lounge access while you wait. It's often granted without hesitation when you've volunteered. You'll be relaxing with snacks and Wi-Fi while the other passengers are battling for outlets by the gate. The key here is being flexible and proactive. Listen for those gate announcements, or even approach the desk and ask if the flight is overbooked. Let them know you're willing to help. Worst case, you're still on your original flight. Best case, you've just upgraded for free and earned rewards for a future trip. Now that's how you turn inconvenience into indulgence. 1. Elite status. Your golden ticket to first class. Let's get real. If you want consistent upgrades, the most powerful tool in your arsenal is elite status. It's not an overnight trick, but if you're serious about flying better, airlines reward loyalty with priority access to everything: faster check-in, early boarding, better baggage allowances, lounge access, and yes, complimentary seat upgrades. Once you hit elite status, you're automatically added to the upgrade list. And not just added, prioritized. The higher your tier, silver, gold, platinum, etc., the higher you climb up that invisible ladder. When there's one lonely seat left in first class and 3 people hoping to get it, guess who wins? The elite flyer, even if someone else offered to pay for the upgrade. That's the kind of respect loyalty commands. Most airlines offer multiple ways to earn status: by flying a certain number of miles or segments, or by spending a set amount on tickets annually. But here's the good news. You can speed up the process with co-branded credit cards. Some cards let you earn qualifying miles through spending alone. Others offer milestone bonuses or even instant elite status just for signing up. Another hack? Look into status match programs. If you have status with one airline, others may match it to lure you over. No extra flying required. It's like skipping the line at a VIP club because you already belong to another one. An airline insider once said, 98% of free upgrades go to elite status flyers. That's not a suggestion. That's a system. So if you want to move up permanently, join it. Start building status with the airline you fly most, get the card that helps you get there faster, and keep your eye on that finish line. Because once you make it, you won't just be flying better, you'll be flying smarter, smoother, and a whole lot more comfortably. That mimosa in seat 1A, you earned it. So there you have it. 9 powerful, practical, and sometimes daring hacks that can turn your cramped economy seat into a plush front row experience. Whether you're dressing the part, playing the timing game, cashing in miles, or just being genuinely kind, you now have the tools to seriously increase your odds of flying in comfort without spending a fortune. Remember, upgrades aren't just for the frequent flyers or VIPs, they're for the prepared, the strategic, and yes, sometimes the lucky. Every flight is a new opportunity, and now you know exactly how to spot it. So the next time you step into that airport, don't just shuffle toward 28B and accept your fate. Show up early or maybe late, your call, smile, dress smart, and don't be afraid to ask. You never know when that golden seat in 1A might have your name on it. If this video helped you feel a little more travel savvy, until then, may your flights be smooth, your upgrades be free, and your seat always recline just a little further than everyone else's.